What's up, YouTube? And I'm back with another banger for y'all today, man. And as y'all can see, man, by the title, we got how he spent his billions of dollars. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I do like watching Narcos, and I bought this coat because of Narcos. Because I actually fought with Pablo Escobar. Not some of the crazy shit he did, but it's just like what the risk that he'll take to feed his family and all type of shit. Like, I fought with that. Like, it's just something about that. Like, he wouldn't do anything. And he would protect his family now. Now, some of the shit he did, like, you feel me? I ain't with that. But let's see how he spent his billions.
Most of us have dreamed about what we'd do if we had a lot of money. Buy a fancy car, buy a mansion with an enormous swimming pool, send our parents on a trip to Paris. But what do you do when you have more money than you're able to deal with? While it's impossible to know...
Well, that's a good ass problem to have. You got more money than you can deal with. But that's a good
exactly how big of a money pile drug kingpin Pablo Escobar was sitting on at the time of his death in 1993. It's estimated that his net worth was $30 billion US. That's $59 billion in today's money. In 1976, Escobar helped to found the Medellin cartel in his native country of Colombia. The cartel's primary business was exporting cocaine and other illegal drugs. Escobar's fortunes grew quickly, especially as he began to eliminate rivals and
and then it's so crazy, bro. I seen the interview with his son. His son said he don't even know how much money he had. He just know he had a lot of money. And it's just crazy how America consumes drugs, bro. It's crazy how we consume drugs, but it's just like how America ran and how it's built. You gonna consume this shit because America is stressful as fuck. This is one stressful ass country. I get weed, but the fact that he made billions of dollars off of that shit, it tell me, bro. It tell me a lot, bro. Imagine what they making off of weed. Because I swear, everybody and they mama smoke weed. I don't know if everybody and they mama do that.
Banned operations. He was innovative in finding new methods for drug smuggling and willing to take risks that other bosses wouldn't. One of his more unique smuggling methods was hiding cocaine in airplane tires.
Nah, then I seen somewhere he put it in the windshield like this so the K9 couldn't smell it. He put it in the windshield. He had put it like literally. I seen it on the narco. He put it in he put it in between the mirrors, bro. Like, how you even...
Depending on how much product pilots flew, they could earn as much as $500,000 per day. By his late 20s, Escobar had assumed sole control of the Medellin cartel. From the mid-1980s through the early 1990s, the cartel was incredibly successful. At its height, it pulled...
He was innovative as shit, bro. I'm telling you, but innovative, like soaking it in fish, soaking it in like the jeans you wear, the clothes you wear, like they had it on it, like. And still said they want to know how the fuck they were making bricks from that shit. If it's in your clothes.
In an estimated $420 million a week, or nearly 22. From the mid-1980s through the early 1990s, the cartel was incredibly successful. At its height, it pulled in an estimated $420 million a week.
$420 million a week? Bro, do you know I would be somewhere with my fucking feet kicked up? I beat life. You beat life. Well, he didn't, because he couldn't enjoy that money. He probably had the money, but he couldn't enjoy that shit. But you down there beat life. Shit. $420 million a week. God damn. Damn, bro. America really is a drugged out country, bro. The man made $22 billion a year. Most people won't even see 420 million. Most people won't even see 100,000. Let alone 22 billion. 420 million a week. Boy, want his salary, not his life. I don't want nothing to do with his life. I just want his salary, bro.
Or nearly $22 billion a year. Some 80% of the cocaine business worldwide was facilitated by the Medellin. Escobar especially monopolized cocaine smuggling to the U.S. At one point, he was moving 15 tons of cocaine into the U.S. every day. Or of the Americans doing cocaine, 4 out of 5 were scoring it, courtesy of the Medellin smuggling operation. Despite his money being gained through illegal means, Escobar was featured on the Forbes list of international billionaires for 7 years straight, from 1987 to 19...
Hold on, he was able to move 15 tons a day? But they producing that shit. They producing the hell out of that shit. He's sending walls over this bitch. Like, you know the walls in your house? Bro, he's sending walls over that motherfucker.
In 1989, he was listed as the 7th richest man in the world. As you can imagine, Escobar had a crazy, lavish lifestyle. He partied hard and owned countless luxury cars, as well as 15 planes, 6 helicopters, and several boats. That's in addition to the fleet of vehicles and submarines he bought for drug smuggling. Yeah, you heard us right, 2 submarines. He also specifically bought a Learjet for flying cash.
An elegant touch for an everyday meal. Vanity Fair napkins. Elevate every day.
If your phone has the answers, shouldn't it just, answer?
Around. Escobar purchased a professional soccer team and dozens of luxury houses in Colombia and throughout the world. His main home was a 7,000-acre estate known as Hacienda Nápoles, named after Naples, Italy, in the jungle just a few hours from Medellin. Reportedly, Hacienda Nápoles cost around $63 million. The immense...
But you got enough money where you can just drop 63 M's on a house. But you ballin'. You the king of balling. 63 M's and none of your money is taxed. Imagine what his tax write-off was. He didn't even know how much money he had. Imagine what his tax write-off was. Just one man, one man.
Main house, built in the style of a Spanish colonial mansion, had every luxury a guest could wish for. There was also a separate opulent party house. The sprawling estate had swimming pools, an airstrip, stables filled with expensive horses, a soccer field, tennis courts, a go-kart course, a bullfighting arena, artificial lakes, a vintage car collection, and life-size dinosaur sculptures, reportedly made from genuine prehistoric bones. Last but not least, Hacienda Nápoles had a private zoo filled with some 200 animals, including zebras, hippopotamus, giraffes, elephants, and lions. Many of the animals were smuggled into Colombia aboard Escobar's drug planes. To top it off, the entry road leading to the Hacienda Nápoles estate had an arch adorned with the replica of a single-engine Piper Cub airplane that had carried Escobar's first load of coke to the United States. Among the several properties Escobar owned in Florida was a minimalist mansion in an exclusive Miami Beach neighborhood. The 8-bedroom house had floor-to-ceiling glass walls, wraparound terraces, expensive lounge decks, outdoor kitchen, infinity-edge pool, and soaring palm trees. Best yet, the 30,000-foot property was situated on the waterfront with an incredible view of the downtown Miami Beach skyline. Then there was Escobar's secret vacation party spot built on the quiet, rural La Isla Grande, just off the Colombian coast. This luxury complex consisted of a mansion, waterfront apartments, a palm tree courtyard centered around an enormous swimming pool, and a helicopter landing pad. The estate had more than 300 well-appointed rooms for guests. Reportedly, even the bathrooms had solid gold shower heads. Escobar's most famous property was a prison. However, it was a prison unlike any other. By 1991, the glamour of Escobar's lifestyle was beginning to pall next to the extreme violence. Many enemies wanted him dead, some even placing a bounty on his head. Escobar turned to the Colombian government. After 6 months of secret negotiations, he was able to work out a deal. Escobar would go to prison, but he would get to choose the location.
I still want to know, man, like, bruh, this man, like, it just like, you got some people who just cannot sit the fuck down. Bro, this man got to build his own fucking prison that was basically a fucking mansion, bro. That wasn't no prison, that was a mansion, bro. That was a mansion, bro. You got all this money, you only had to do 8 years in that motherfucker. But no, he did escape because his rivals was on his ass. That's why I said I just wanted his money, not his lifestyle. That nigga, he wasn't even safe in jail. In his own jail.
Prison would give Escobar protection from possible assassins, as well as prevent him from being extradited to the U.S. Escobar designed and built his prison, the luxurious La Catedral, or the Cathedral, high in the mountains above Medellin. Unfortunately, La Catedral was called Club Medellin because it was more like a resort than a prison. Escobar's bedroom featured a circular rotating bed, and his bathroom had a private jacuzzi. The property included
What I told you, that's a fucking house, not a jail, bro. Like, that shit not fair. They need to let
a soccer field, a discotheque, a bar, a large patio, an enormous swimming pool with an artificial waterfall. La Catedral also had an office with cellular services, radio transmitters, computers, and a fax machine, which allowed Escobar to continue to run his business from prison. While living at La Catedral, Escobar regularly hosted drug and booze-fueled parties. Often friends, family, prostitutes, professional soccer players, and other celebrities would visit. Aside from his crazy life, Escobar poured a lot of money into charity work. Keenly aware of his public image, he sought to generate goodwill. He donated to churches and hospitals in Medellin and other towns in the region. He built soccer fields, parks, and paved roads. He established food programs and also created a reforestation program. Escobar even built a new neighborhood, Barrio Escobar, from scratch in Medellin, with 1,000 homes for families who previously lived in the slums. Cynics view this act as Escobar.
You know, it's crazy because like he really was bad for the community. He was bad for America, but he was good. He was kind of good for his community because he did do for his community. And one thing I can say about him, he didn't just kill. Like, you know how you got the cartel nowadays, they just kill people when they see people. And he only killed you if you had something to do with him, or if you was a family member or somebody he was trying to get at. I watched Narcos. I probably might not be 100% true because they say that's not the real Escobar. But from what I seen on, like, it looked more lighter on the camera than it do outside. But that's crazy. But what I seen, he was just mostly killing people and they family member. He wasn't just killing no regular person. He was actually cool with the community. He ran
public loyalty in building a place where he could hide drugs, guns, and money. According to some locals, Escobar would occasionally show up in the town square to hand out money. He also once dressed as Santa Claus and handed out presents to children. His charitable acts earned Escobar the nickname of Robin Hood. He even got himself elected to Colombia's Congress in 1982 per his public service reputation. At this time, the authorities were just beginning to grasp the scope of his criminal enterprises, and the public wasn't yet aware.
But boy, soon as he lost it, soon as they bust him out, and he lost it. And they tried, and brother was trying to extradite. What brother name? I forgot the president name that tried to extradite him. It wasn't the one. It wasn't the one that became president. It was the one that was running against the president. Yeah. That shit crazy.
The Minister of Justice condemned Escobar and got him removed from the position. Later, Escobar retaliated by having the minister killed. Allegedly, in the late 1980s, Escobar offered to pay off his country's national debt of $10 billion if he would be exempt from any extradition treaty. Colombia declined the offer. Despite his lavish lifestyle, extravagant purchases, and charitable donations, Escobar simply wasted a lot of money. Yes, wasted. It was definitely a case of mo money, mo problems. Many months, Escobar took in so much money he couldn't launder it fast enough. The Colombian banks refused to touch his dirty cash, so he stashed some in Swiss accounts. At this time, he was spending $2,500 on rubber bands.
Bro, that motherfucker paycheck, bro. That is a lot of people paycheck. 2 people pay. You feel me? That's something. That was some people making 4 weeks. My boy was spending that shit on rubber bands. To fucking wrap up money. He's spending 2.5K to wrap up money. That should tell you, boy. This nigga was making a killing, boy. I'm talking about, damn, you just really sit back and think, like, bro, America is that fucked up on drugs.
Hands for his cash each month. Piles of
$22
cash simply
billion
sat
a year.
around in warehouses. Escobar was losing 10% or $2.1 billion due to stored paper money being shredded by rats or destroyed by the elements. Escobar started hiding money all over the place. He dug holes and buried piles of shrink-wrapped cash in Colombian farming fields, caves, and also stashed money in the walls of cartel members' homes. Often, after having his hitmen hide money on his behalf, Escobar would kill them. That way, nobody else knew where the money was buried. In 1992, after he murdered some rivals and buried them on the grounds of La Catedral, the Colombian government decided to move Escobar to a real prison. Catching wind of the plan, Escobar and his family went on the run, alternating between various safe houses on a cold winter's night while the family was living in a hideout in the Medellin mountainside.
Good morning, everybody. We are here to discuss the
Hold on, y'all. Listen to what they about to say. This how you know you just got too much money, bro. Listen to what he about to say, because I see what he getting at. Because it's the fire. Listen to how much money the man burnt for his daughter, man. This how you know you just got too much money.
Daughter Manuela became hypothermic.
And no, I did not watch the video. I watched Narcos. That's how I remember 80%. That's how I know 80% of what he talking about. I didn't know he was making 420.
Escobar reportedly burned $2 million in order to keep her warm. The Medellin cartel began to crumble under the pressure from authorities and rival gangs. Eventually, the law caught up with Escobar, and he was gunned down during a shootout with Colombian National Police in December of '93. Most of Escobar's immediate family continued to hide, worried about rival gangs, including the Los Pepes and the Cali cartel. At first, the Escobar family was able to buy out an entire floor of a hotel and have guards protecting them around the clock. But this soon proved to be too expensive, especially with no new money coming in. Eventually, a lot of the Escobar family moved to Argentina, where due to limited funds they lived an ordinary middle-class lifestyle. After Escobar's death, Los Pepes and the Cali cartel were able to steal some of Escobar's property. They also forced Escobar's family to sign over liquid assets. Meanwhile, the Colombian government was able to recover several of Escobar's cash stashes, especially when authorities rounded up members of the Medellin cartel, who spilled the beans for some locations. The Colombian government seized Hacienda Nápoles, La Catedral, the vacation mansion on La Isla Grande, and several other Escobar properties. The majority of the animals at Hacienda Nápoles were transferred to regular zoos, but due to the cost and trouble of moving them, 4 hippopotamus.
Yeah, I remember what I told y'all earlier in the video? He brought them hippo to Colombia, and now they is an invasive species down there. All my people from Colombia, man, tune the fuck in, man. Put it in the comment, man.
Left behind in one of the lakes. The government then ignored the property for many years. Treasure hunters, fueled by rumors of riches hidden on the property, tore down some walls of the main house. In 2007, the government transformed Hacienda Nápoles into a theme park featuring life-size dinosaur models, family-friendly hotels, and a water park. Escobar's hippos have multiplied, and there are currently upwards of 60. While they are a popular tourist attraction, they're upsetting the local ecosystem and have damaged nearby farms. Authorities are attempting to control the population. La Catedral also laid vacant for many years, and eventually residents of the region scavenged it, stripping bathtubs, pipes, tiles, and roof materials. Fortune hunters destroyed walls and dug up the grounds. No money was ever found. The property has since been rehabilitated by Benedictine monks who've turned it into an old folks' home. The mansion on La Isla Grande is being reclaimed by nature. It's a destination for adventurous travelers who want Instagram bragging rights. To get there requires a boat ride to the island and several hours trek through the jungle. In the U.S., officials had seized the majority of Escobar's property, including the Miami Beach mansion, long before he died. In 1987, the house was eventually sold, and more recently in 2016 was torn down. While being razed, 2 hidden safes were found. One safe was stolen before it could be opened, and the owner of the property moved the other safe to a bank for security. He has never divulged the contents of what was found inside. Over the years, people have found hidden Escobar stashes of cash and gold bars. In 2015, a farmer found $600 million buried in plastic barrels in a field he was digging. The money was seized by the Colombian government. As Escobar kept You
don't supposed to say shit, dude. Like, bro. God be blessing people. But yeah, man, God be blessing people, and people just don't know how to accept the blessing. I go in my backyard. Hold on, did it say sit? I go in my backyard and just decide to go dig up some motherfucking dirt, and I find $600 million fucking dollars. You think I'm finna tell the government shit? No, I ain't telling the government a motherfucking thing. I'm finna figure out how I can get this money taxed. Tax right, they ain't getting a penny. I'm probably finna goddamn come up with the fund to start a business and have a $200,000 tax write-off here. I got, man, shit. And then keep buying businesses so my tax write-off can get higher and higher and I can spend the money. But $600 million and you fucking told the government, bro, you got to be crazy. But it is, I'm talking about life-changing money, but you can change your whole family life.
$100 million buried in plastic barrels in a field he was digging. The money was seized by the Colombian government. As Escobar kept most of his money hiding spots to himself, a lot of them are still out there, undiscovered. Cash deposited in a Swiss bank account also lies unclaimed, as only Escobar knew the account numbers. Who knows, if you go exploring the jungles of South America, you might just come across a mysterious stash of cash, a remnant of Escobar's drug empire. And now keep the watch party going. Most people think that winning the lottery would be the best thing ever. We're not so sure. Click here to see what...
Oh, hey man, if y'all can, y'all want me to react to that video? Get me to 100 likes on this video. I ain't even gonna say 1,000. Get me to 100 likes and I'll react to it. But tell me how y'all felt about the video in the comments, especially my Colombian peoples. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos.